if Zendaya and Tom can do it, then we can do it.
They're probably the most famous couple right now with the height difference, and here we are talking about the struggles, the obstacles, and love with our height difference. This is also a relaunch for us to start getting more into YouTube and making more videos. So everyone that asks us questions on our other platforms, thank you for being here, and we hope to see some new faces here too, right?
And we're going to answer those questions for you.
Let's do it. This is by, I think I could say it, Kokandimer, right here. What will be your content type? Does your content include tall and short couples and long time videos? Dun, 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 dun. I think we should only do fitness content.
For who?
For you.
For you, because I ain't doing no fitness.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're actually trying to figure that out, I would say. We're gonna do a lot of different stuff, vlogging. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna just kind of go into lifestyle content, vlogging content, things about our relationship. And I mean, because our height difference is like pretty much in your face, right? It'll just kind of be there too.
Yeah. Maybe pranks. I really want to do that. Like couple Q&A. I feel like what you typically see on other couple channels, but us. And kind of how we tie our height difference into all that in our everyday life. So we had a few people ask us our height. So I am 5'9" and Steven is
5'3".
Yes.
But let's be honest here. You're 5'8".
Oh my god.
And 3/4.
Okay, I am technically 5'8" and 3/4, but I modeled in New York for a couple of years, and the starting height back then was 5'9". So I always said it was 5'9" to make sure I got the job. So she lied. She's a liar. So we have like a 6-inch difference. Next question is from Tiana, that is our friend in Florida. She said, when getting marriage advice before the wedding, were there any that were low-key bad?
Oh, that's a really good question.
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say this and it's gonna come off controversial. But you know how I say happy wife, happy life?
You think that's bad?
Well, the reason why is I think it's just unrealistic. I mean, of course, right? You want to make your wife happy so that your life is happy. But I think we need to be happy too, men. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's so funny. But I'm trying to think any marriage advice that was bad.
What about that whole lamb in the kitchen?
Stop.
Tiger.
Stop!
In the sheets?
Stop!
Who gave you that advice?
Yo. No, because she watches our videos.
That's okay. Who gave you that advice? Lamb in the kitchen.
Ew,
Tiger in the sheets.
Stop! Ew, you're giving me the ick. Hold on.
Sam's mom gave us that advice, by the way.
Yeah.
She gave that to Sam.
I'm mortified to this day.
I received really good advice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I think of a lot more of the good, surprisingly. I think maybe what was so much bad is just how, not marriage related, but like wedding related. So we had more bad wedding advice, or like people telling us to do stuff for our wedding more so than our marriage. So
yeah,
I guess it's a good thing.
Do you think we listened to people for our wedding, or did we just kind of?
No, I did not give a fuck. Like I was like, you're not telling me what to do. It's my wedding. At the end of the day, I'm very strong with that. I'm like, I don't care if you're a family. I don't care how long I've known you for. It's not happening. Yeah. Ooh, I like this one from Kat Pang. What do you think about couples therapy, and have you tried it?
First of all, Kat's the homie. She's been with us in our content creator journey for a while, so shout out to you. What do we think about couples therapy? I think it's great, to be honest. We kind of did it prior to getting married, actually, which we realized that there were just differences we had, and we were like, well, why can't we come to terms with them? And some of them weren't even like big differences, and some were. But for us, couples therapy, I think, opened our own mind to like really taking, at least for me, taking myself out of the equation and looking at Sam's perspective more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a huge advocate for therapy in general, and especially couples therapy. Like Steven was saying, we did do it before we got married, and then we also took a premarital course before our wedding, and I felt like both of those just like, I don't know, it just kind of helped you with becoming more of a team, I guess, like where they say that phrase of like to become one. Like I feel like just like really learning and kind of understanding like what that means now being with your partner. And mind you, like we lived together before we got married, but things definitely changed once we got married. And then honestly, like we even do couples therapy occasionally now, and I love it. I feel like we both love it. It's been great for our relationship, and we've been together for, it's gonna be 8 years.
Really?
Yes, this year makes 8 years.
Oh, wow, it does.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Our 1 year anniversary was on our 7th.
Yes.
Wow, we're gonna be together for 8 years. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, but yes, couples therapy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
When September ends asks, how did we meet? And this is a really long story, so we're gonna make a separate video on that. Just wanted to address that really quickly, so stay tuned for that.
From Forever Bridget. I've seen your name pop up a bunch, actually.
I feel like
Thank
I
you.
have too,
Thank you for the
actually.
support. We appreciate that. What made you all want to start social media? Any tips for couples wanting to start too? Oh, for sure. Wow, this is kind of a little bit of a long story too, but that's why we're here, baby, to answer questions. I actually wanted to start it because it was in the middle of the pandemic and TikTok was starting to get popular, and I worked for the DOE, so I was working from home. Luckily, I was able to work from home. But during the pandemic, it was kind of like everyone's home. What do you do, right? So it was a lot of scrolling, a lot of catching up on shows, and I was just a TikTok user essentially, and it was cool because I found out about shows on there and things like that. But my friend Keen Kwan Creates.
Tag his username.
Yeah, we'll tag his username. He's a huge creator on TikTok. He has almost 5 million followers and he does photography stuff. He was like, yo, man, you should just post things. He was like, do things about your relationship. People will love your height difference, right? Because it's something that's breaking the norm. It's unique. I was like, really? He was like, I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I just kind of thought, I seen the potential in the app itself. And I was like, this is still new. People are growing and it looks like people are making careers out of it. And the pandemic for me was like a turning point. It's like, well, this is how fast things can disappear, right? Like jobs and unfortunately people and really just a lot of stuff could change, right? So I was like, well, you never know, right? And that's kind of how I started.
I was still in school,
yeah,
which
Sam
was
still in
crazy
college.
too. And honestly, like I was really against the whole TikTok thing. Steven was like, do these videos with me. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do TikToks. Like, I don't want to be a part of TikTok. I don't want to be in a TikTok. And originally, it was just supposed to be him and our cat, Cairo, making videos
our
together.
Our first viral video is with me and my cat.
Yeah.
But then I kind of,
and then
I'm not necessarily I forced her, but I definitely nudged her. I was like, yo, come on, man. Come on, man.
No, I know. I was going to school during the pandemic and there was a lot of free time. And then again, not really working so much because everything was shut down. So I was like, I guess. And then it kind of took off quickly after that.
Yeah. But second part of that question is any advice for couples wanting to. All we did was look at what other couples were doing, and then I would look at it like, oh, that's what this couple is doing. What's unique or different about us that I could put like a twist to it, and that's kind of how I started. So I would say find the platform you want to use and look at what other people are doing, see what you relate to, what you like, and then also figure out where your relationship is different and go with that. So another one from Go Candemir, this is a good one. I hope I'm saying your name right. First time, did you try to hide your height difference?
When we first met.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that because the first time I saw her, a coworker, it was in the school and she was an intern. A coworker was like, and I'm just sitting there eating my lunch or on my phone, and she's like looking up. She's like, "Wow, that's what you call legs for days, right?" And I immediately, I'm a single guy. I look up and I see her, and it was like, it's really funny. I don't think I ever explained this to you. It was like almost like like a rom-com where the first time the guy sees the girl and like everything's in slow motion.
Stop it!
I swear to God, because she stood out a lot.
I was also wearing heels.
Yeah, she was wearing heels. She was wearing like a skirt with her legs showing, and
oh, here we go.
It's
always that. It's always
listen.
that you think the dress was too inappropriate for a school.
Well, let me explain. I'm gonna tell you. So we were in the junior high school, working in junior high school, and this was a 6th grade class that we were working with, and she's like super overdressed. So like, and then with the coworkers saying that's what you call legs for days, it just all kind of clicked together. And I look up and I see her walking so slow with these long ass legs, and I'm like, wow, she's pretty hot. So there was no hiding her height, and that's me knowing I'm short. And then her dad introduces me to her. And of course, I'm gonna get up to shake her hand. So like, there was no hiding, no height difference.
No, there wasn't.
There was no hiding.
And I remember I saw him sitting, and he stood up, and I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. I was like, oh,
you were shocked.
He is short.
No, you were shocked because you found the love of your life.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
I might butcher this too, but I'm sorry if I do. Soha Haidar.
Do you sometimes feel embarrassed when people give you weird looks as a couple? Yes. Because hold on. We live in Manhattan, and this has happened a couple of times where people will stop us because of our height difference. Like, they'll stop us in the street and then like almost like congratulate Steven for being with me. And I don't know, like, I mean, I guess I get it. Not really. I don't know
what it is.
It just makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think it comes from a place of like, you ever see those memes where there's like a girl writes this whole story and then it's like her with a guy and he's like, who would have known the love of my life was disguised as my best friend for years, right? It's kind of like, oh, he made it out the friend zone, yes. To me, it's like they're like, the short guy made it past the height difference, you know what I mean? But I understand how that can.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get like your part, and then there's also my part. I'm like, I don't know. I just find it weird. I don't know if it's like just me being shy or like.
But that hasn't happened in years.
It has not happened in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we still get looks, but I think we're just so past
I know. Now I don't really notice it, people.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I definitely used to notice it when in the early stages, but now it's so like we're past it.
My Charming Strolls asks, favorite pair of salsa heels with 2-inch heels or less? Follow tall gal. Oh, I'm so embarrassed to say this, but I have absolutely no idea. Like, at all. I'm dancing salsa in my panda slippers half the time, or in sneakers, or barefoot. I'm not like an actual salsa dancer. I just dance salsa with.
Well, maybe if I buy you salsa heels, you'll have to learn how to dance more.
Because that's the thing. I don't like wearing heels in general.
This is
I think it was another.
This is a good segue.
Yeah.
RX Queen 13. I have the same height difference with my fiance. Congratulations for being engaged. Amazing. When's the wedding? Tell us. Is your hubby cool with you wearing heels? I love when she wears heels. I really love it. I mean, I look at her like that's a whole lot of beautiful woman right there, and that's my wife. Well, hot dog. You know what I'm saying?
So he's cool with it.
I love it. I have no problem with it at all. I think in the beginning it might have been intimidating, but if anything, I thought it was funny. Like for me, like I was like, wow, look how tall she is. She's so hot. That was for me. But now I just like I want her to wear heels more.
Yeah, he does.
I do.
And I'm just like, I just don't want to be uncomfortable. I'm already tall. Like I don't have to make myself taller.
But you felt like you didn't like wearing heels even before we were together, right? You didn't.
Yeah,
like
no, I never liked wearing heels. So, and then Curly T asks, do you still wear heels? How do you dance together when going out? I mean, yeah, like sometimes if I'm like we're going to the club, if we're going to the streets, and then I'll put on heels. But all the heels I have are probably like 1 or 2 inches. They're not like crazy tall. And I still dance. Like I can still dance in them.
But when we're dancing like reggae or reggaeton, she gotta get low.
Yeah, no, I do. I gotta really make it.
Because if not, her hips and her butt is like on my belly button. Kind of like this. Anastasio. Which I've also seen this name since we started like content creating.
The profile picture, honestly.
Yeah. John Anastasio, thank you for being a real one. We appreciate you for being here for our journey for a long time.
So, Mr. John Anastasio asks,
Anastasio.
Sorry. What are some of any obstacles you didn't anticipate at first? Read the height difference.
I didn't anticipate her family like making a big deal out of it. I think
a lot of people in my life made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of made a big deal out of it in the beginning. You remember?
I do remember. You tried to break my heart.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you know what? The thing is, though, it didn't bother me that much that she made a big deal out of it because I expected that from her being a little bit different. Because a lot of women, for me growing up, didn't want to give me the chance just because of that.
Yeah.
And I knew she started to like me when we were talking for a while, and I knew there was hesitation in it. But I understand it. You know what I mean? So like. I guess that was my obstacle to deal with because, I don't know. How did you deal with that?
No, okay, so I guess after he realized that, he started playing hard to get, and I was kind of just like, why are you playing hard to get with me?
The oldest trick in the book.
No, it really is, and it worked on me. So then, like, months later, then I really started falling for him. I was like, oh my god, I really like somebody who's shorter than me. Which I know sounds obviously really funny saying that right now, but it's just the truth. I guess, like, I just stopped caring because I started caring more about you as a person and then wanting us to be together. So yeah, I guess maybe that was really the only obstacle. And I guess, I mean, I don't know, I'll be honest with you, like obviously I probably felt a type of way when I would hear my friends and family make comments, but I don't know, at the end of the day it's like, well, it's my partner and he treats me good and does all the good things and all the right things. So I mean, I'd rather be with somebody who treats me right than somebody who's taller than me and treats me like garbage. So
I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you find someone you vibe with and you end up falling in love with them,
doesn't matter
why stop yourself because of that?
And thank you guys for watching our first video back onto YouTube, our little relaunch and our Q&A. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you know, the whole ordeal. And we're excited for our next video that we will be sharing with you guys. So
yeah, we have a bunch of ideas. If you have any suggestions for videos you want to see, please leave a comment, and we would be happy to do them. Other than that, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Peace.